From Zara Ippy. Not sure my nerves can take another game like that. Hashtag HGC. Heroes Esports. Come on, Team Liquid Hots. Team Liquid fan enjoying the game number 2 on Team Spider Queen.
Yeah, not wrong. That 2-1 Spider Queen game was a rough one. Steve, such an exciting match between Dignitas and Liquid. Even though it makes a Dignitas fan sad to see the streak broken, the match was epic nonetheless.
But then you got to see the Vikings, you got to see Dignitas come out and show a triple warrior composition. This series is delivering. You know, to be honest with you, after game number 1, I was like, ooh, they're going to clear out another 3-0. Gonna go home early. Gonna get ready for some other stuff today. Watch some North America. But Team Liquid has definitely changed things up here, man. I'm loving watching them play at this level. I wish to see it more often. Let's go to game number 4 here and see if they can tie it up again against some of the best here in Europe, Dignitas.
Dragonshire is going to be the next map chosen by Dignitas now, so that means we have first pick for Team Liquid. Alright, this could be our last one, of course, but we have Liquid with a pretty decent track record.
They come here pretty often.
Yeah, they actually pick Dragonshire quite frequently themselves, and they have a 75% win ratio here. They played 4 maps, and so they actually really play very frequently, nearly every series.
Yeah.
Actually, every series. And so at this point, 3 wins, 1 loss. That's not too bad for them.
Yeah, they really do enjoy this map. I really feel like it speaks towards the strengths of what Eternal brings to the team, being able to be in that top lane and just be able to dictate. Typically, you don't have many battlegrounds where you're able to have that one-on-one for a long time on a battleground, and Eternal shines on one-on-ones. Sad thing for him, though, facing off against Wubby, who has been one of the best in Europe forever. I know I fanboy him way too much, but I just love everything that kid does. I love what Wubby brings to the game. Caldor, say it's okay. Caldor yells at me for fanboying too much.
No.
I love Wubby, man.
I wish you would look at me this way.
One day. Once you grow some hair, it flows back like Wubby. Like, here's what you got over Wubby. You got personality. It's a little personality, but you got some personality.
Okay, I'll take it.
There we go. There's a positive. Tracer banned out again. Team Liquid not wanting to face off against that Tracer. When you have 2 of the deadliest Tracers in the league on the opposing team, not a bad ban.
Just a question.
What's up?
Does your girlfriend listen to these casts?
No, I don't think she does.
That was like, I hope she doesn't. If she does, I'm in trouble.
She understands. She understands.
Okay.
She's wise. Well, Blaze picked up by Team Liquid.
You were just talking about the solo lane and how important it is on Dragonshire.
Yep.
And that's immediately recognized by Liquid. And they're simply saying, let's give you the best chances of actually taking that solo lane. And this is the first time that Team Liquid plays Blaze.
Yeah.
So first time for them. Again, it's the map where we have the most important solo lane from, I think, all the maps in the map pool.
Yeah, I think Tower of Doom is a good one, but
yeah, but I would say even here it's like more important. So
yeah,
Liquid definitely catering with that first pick to the map.
Brax is sold out.
The map that nobody plays.
Yeah, exactly. But that's one that you have a top lane.
Okay.
Just trying to match you.
And it definitely keeps Dignitas thinking. Dignitas runs out the time pool and makes that choice and goes into Uther Genji. So Dragon Blade and Divine Shield on their end.
Yeah, Dignitas has had the Blaze for all 3 games they've been in today, so excited to see how that pans out for them. Good chance that we'll get to see that Dahaka from Wubby, which is one of the mainstays. I thought we would get it last map, but it went over to Snitch for Cursed Hollow. Other options too, we can get that Leo coming in.
It could also be banned. Liquid has the opportunity to ban it out if they want to.
Yeah.
So we're waiting for their own pick combo. This is a map where, I mean, I might be wrong, but let me double check. I think they played Chromie a few times here too. Yeah, Chromie 3 times played by them. So I wouldn't be surprised if they go with Narox's Chromie once more.
Yep, Dragonshire, Tuma, Spider Queen, usually the 2 places. Brax is sold out, even though we haven't seen it here in Europe. You're going to see those Chromies picked up.
I mean, we have Greymane still around. They love to play Muradin as their main tank. And that's actually important here, because oftentimes you can wait with Muradin as a pick until the later stage of the draft. But Dignitas loves to play Muradin as well. But they go for Greymane first. So, as we said, Greymane is also a strong pick for them. On this map, Liquid has played Greymane 3 times, and they won all 3 games. So this is the one hero that they have on this map, or one of the heroes on this map where they have currently still at 100% win ratio. Lucio also being picked. And that's actually the first time that they play Lucio.
Yeah, and they pull him out early too. They obviously want to make sure that they have quick rotations between the middle and the bottom, and Lucio does aid to that.
It's also, you want to have something against the Dragon Blade. So right now,
True.
Sound Barrier is just too good a counter.
Good
There's
point.
a good chance that Dignitas bans it out if you don't pick it now. So I think that it clears up the priority of them.
Now you have two options. You have Bunker and you have the Sound Barrier to handle the Dragon Blade coming your way. Bans being thought about for Dignitas. What are they afraid of facing off against? Could it be a main tank they want to keep away from their opponents?
Just also a bit of a side note on how strong Liquid actually is on this map and with Greymane on the map. I just told you they are 3-0 on Dragonshire. So against 3 different teams, they won here. And outside of that 3-0 on Dragonshire, they are 4-2 on Greymane. So outside of Dragonshire, they have actually a really sad track record with Greymane, but here they really play well around him. The control that he gives you on the camps is something that they use very well to get night camps and also to take, of course, the siege giant camps. So there's a lot that really works for their own playstyle. They ban out a Nuburak over Dehaka, and here's the Muradin ban, by the way. So Dignitas doesn't even pick Muradin themselves, but they acknowledge how much Liquid plays Muradin on Dragonshire and how much Sport Billy prefers the hero. So even going to an extent where they ban him out.
You mentioned Chromie. Dignitas could run the Chromie itself. Poik
Yeah.
has been good on the Chromie. We've seen him here before on this battleground. They've also been killing on Cassia lately, but I think with having a Genji setup here, you usually want to have a mage that can soften up the opposing team. So Gul'dan and Chromie are kind of where I'm leaning towards here for Dig.
Dig hasn't played Gul'dan on the map yet. I mean, Tracer has banned out. That was a bit of a go-to for them.
Yep.
I'm still waiting for the Dehaka pickup for the top lane. I'm currently thinking what else could it be. I mean, Dignitas played Sonya, but Sonya has really fallen off in the last few play days. If anything, I could see Leoric, but I think Dehaka with the global just gives you too much value. There's the Chromie and Dehaka, both of them.
Chromie Dehaka in, so now we get to see what exactly Nurok wants to play here.
Yeah, and that's... I mean, we've always talking about Li Ming and that they haven't really seen too much Li Ming play yet. But also it's the front line. At this point, what do you use as your main tank? Because from a tank perspective, they've really heavily banked on Muradin on this map. We've seen them with Arthurs, but that was a solo lane, that was Eternal coming in for it. Now we have Blaze. So what is Sport Billy going to play now? Are we going to see ETC again from them?
ETC. I can see Johanna take it away from the Chromie composition.
Johanna's actually a really good point, because JPL traditionally is all like, he has a couple of heroes that he really likes to play, and Johanna is one of them.
Yeah.
Now we said that she wasn't really that dominant in Europe, and today she got another victory, but she was also played by Dignitas, and Dignitas has one game with her, obviously a win, but that could be something where JPL now with the Chromie comp says, okay, let's take her.
Between Tyrael and Junkrat for Team Liquid. Now, is that a side lane Tyrael, or is that a sideline Blaze? Either one can be slotted in. Blaze view the better main tank here. Dignitas, considering what their main tank will be.
I would expect Blaze against Dehaka. But you are right.
Yeah.
Could be either way.
Same options here for us that we were talking about for Team Liquid, ETC or Johanna?
I don't think they're going... Could they go in?
Nurok's been banned.
For a moment I was really thinking if they might throw out something like a Stitches here, but I doubt it. So I would actually say could be an ETC. Then again, Dignitas isn't really playing a lot of ETC. So far they haven't played a single time. They actually do Stitches.
JPL, it's time to hook.
That is, I think, the second Stitches game that they are playing.
So you have the combo. You have the hook into a Uther Stun into a Chromie combo. We've also seen in the past between Wubby and JPL, they'll go into a hook and then have a drag come in afterwards and then pull that target into a fight. Typically that's a little bit more based on Malfurion. You'll have the Dehaka pull the target into the Malfurion route, but hey, could work out here too. A lot of CC available for Dignitas.
Yeah. The one thing that with outside of Tomb of the Spider Queen, where Stitches is sometimes a bit weird, it demands a different playstyle, because so far Dignitas has been extremely aggressive moving forward, and with Stitches usually sit a little more back and wait for that hook to come in. They have still some engage potential, but yeah, with the stun on Uther, they have the follow-up, and if they get the Chromie combo in, that also hurts. And let's not forget that there's a Lucio on the field. So right now, how do you save the hook target? There's nothing that cleans that out. So unless you hook, let's say, Tyrael, he drops the Sank or jumps out, every one of these heroes is going to have a rough time unless Blaze is nearby and can drop the bunker.
Well, let's go figure out what's going to happen here as we move into game number 4. Will Dignitas be able to secure the series with a 3-1, or will Team Liquid continue to surprise and tie up the series?
Dragonshire is the map, and we have Team Liquid to the left. Sport Billy on Blaze as the main tank. We have Splendor on Lucio, Hazops on Greymane, Nurog on Junkrat, and Eternal on Tyrael.
On the right side, in the red, JPL on Stitches, Snitch playing Genji, Poik on Chromie, Zalia on Uther, and Wubby on Dehaka.
Alright, time to find out if they can get another victory here with Stitches. As we said before, they have played him once so far, and that was a victory. So far, Stitches has played 3 times, once by Fnatic, once by Dignitas, and once by Method. All 3 games were victories.
Genji gonna be looking for jumps, looking to force these fights, picking up that agile dismount on level 1. Very typical on maps that have solo laners that usually have that 1v1. Speaking of 1v1, Sport Billy, it's actually 1v5 as he's getting engaged upon here next to Dignitas. The drag comes out, but he'll be able to escape there. Splendor making sure that he can walk away from the fight quickly.
Yeah, good dodge for this one. Greymane again for Team Liquid on the map is a 3-0, so they won all 3 games where they played him on the map. And actually the one time they didn't play Greymane, they lost on Dragonshire. So Greymane, one of his strengths is of course the control that you get over the mercenary camp. So this is something where Dignitas has also excelled in the past. The series against Strict Esports comes to mind, where Dignitas played exceptionally well around the push at the top lane with an early night camp. But the question still remains if Liquid can again use Greymane to just control these camps and then maybe pressure Dig. And they're already trying to do exactly that. So at this point we're having Sport Billy and Splendor, with Hazops now moving in, trying to take the Siege Giant camp. And even with a vision play here by Poik, Splendor is just making sure that there's enough space, pushes them back, and so then the Siege Giant camp is taken. Dignitas has not taken theirs yet, so that opens up a possibility of Team Liquid to pressure the bot lane a bit heavier.
Yep, they can pressure it, they can move in for a Giant play. Giant play is a little bit risky with Chromie floating around, but options are available for Team Liquid. Instead, they're actually setting up a possible gank on the top lane as Snitch is headed up there against Eternal and harass him slightly. Dignitas will now just defend their bottom lane.
Yeah, Siege Giant still gets something. Splendor is dancing around JPL, making sure that he can't set up a hook from the side. But they still need to be cautious about the control over those 2 shrines at the top. Tyrael is still fighting with Dehaka. Down here, Nurog is now taking over control as Zalia was starting to move on to the point. But the Siege Giants have been depushed. So up to the top, we're still having that battle. And Hazops and Sport Billy are always trying to see if they can maybe move over. But I really like the vision play that we have from Chromie. Just controlling the jungle there and making sure that they know whenever someone is headed top lane to gank Dehaka.
And they have caught on to the strategy too. Seeing 2 in the middle, they just start moving in with 3 on the bottom, start working on those turrets a little bit, but also control the shrine. And the shrine's being activated. These Ziggs can move in for a dragon at some point, but again, they have to be careful with all 5 being up for Team Liquid. Ooh, a drag on top of that Greymane, pulling him underneath the towers. We get a little bit of damage there.
Yeah, Greymane on half HP thanks to that, and Snitch is already on the move to do the same thing to Lucio. Started moving in and pressured him low. And Eternal has reclaimed the top, so this is going to be the battle up at the top lane, trying to keep the shrine control here. And both of them have quite a few tools here, especially with Dehaka's wave clear, to keep the shrine control. So it's ring around the Rosie the entire time. Hazops down here in trouble. Nice move by especially Greymane, dodging the hook, but JPL with a very cool one as well, trying to anticipate where exactly Genji would move next. Hazops reading that and able to dodge, but Genji was very close to taking it down.
Yeah, Sport Billy sitting in front too to absorb the shurikens that were coming in just to make sure that Greymane didn't get connected with. Hazops just barely surviving. Teamwork makes the dream work. As Sport Billy controls the middle lane against 2 with JPL and Snitch.
And the pressure's on Liquid. Both of the shrines taken, they reclaim the one at the bot lane, but you could definitely see how much of damage Poik can dish out with those combos. And he pressured Splendor, he was able to pressure Nurog before, but now Team Liquid has reclaimed the bottom shrine, and this is what we're going for. Also the adjustment again with especially Junkrat here. Gotta trap them all as the level 4 talent, so hitting straight with the quest with a steel trap.
Yeah, so hitting 7 heroes with that will reduce the steel traps cooldown by 3 seconds and also increase the number of traps by 3. You get Enduro Anomaly if you finish that quest, basically, on Junkrat. Bit of a pain to deal with, so interesting build-up. Allows you a lot of control.
Yeah, it allows you control over the shrines. Ah, Eternal. Uh-oh, that
tongue misses.
he might be able to get out since the tongue just missed.
Oh,
Perfect play by JPL. Of course, seeing the Eldruins coming out, it was the most likely move for Tyrael, and he hits the hook in perfect time. But we still have a potential kill against Zelia, but the time trap is stopping Lucio. Norok wants the kill, but instead it's Blaze who falls. Double kill for Dignitas, taking Blaze and Tyrael down.
Can I fanboy over Zelia now?
You can fanboy over
Like,
whoever you want.
dodging grenades flying at him. A couple did connect, but he gets the heal at the last second to bait the idea of him actually falling into a death. And then, with him having a sliver of HP, he still turns around, drops in an auto attack, and drops in a stun to secure the kill and walks away as cool guys don't look at explosions. Zelia's a beast.
Kid's good.
Kid's pretty good, man. It's pretty good.
JPL. Could be another hook here. Nurok already anticipating that a hook could be coming his. This is, by the way, one of the things about a Stitches player. You don't have to throw the hook out on cooldown. Just you having it is absolutely dangerous to an opponent. You can see how Liquid, when they know the hook is ready and is not on cooldown, how they're always trying to make these dodge moves. There's always so much pressure on it. It's pretty similar to when we talk about the ETC not using stage dive in every fight.
I mean, I guess.
Mosh pit.
Mosh pit. Well, 9 1/4 to 9 3/4. Dignitas about to hit that level 10. Wubby on the middle lane, thinking about moving in for that shrine, but Team Liquid has 3 people here to deny him access towards that dragon. And he'll just go ahead and head back to the top once again. Gray main, thinking about moving in, but he has to be careful because Stitches is going to drop down the Putrid Bile and chase down Fort Billy.
Yeah, Genji wants it, Snitch moves in, but Blaze once more, for now at least, making sure that Drag Knight isn't captured, but still, they get it. Genji goes in again, after the oil spills over, takes the DK. Small window where they have 10, and they set up everything perfectly. They already controlled both of the shrines, so they just simply had to set up in mid lane. JPL dropping the Putrid Bile, zoning them out, and then Genji jumps over and takes it.
So middle lane takes some pressure. Here comes the dragon, waltzing its way down the bottom lane. Uther holding the bush to make sure no one's rotating towards his team to go for the massive flank.
It was a nice move and a nice thought here by Junkrat, but unfortunately for them at that point it was already a bit too late. Now we're having the Plague. It didn't really do anything, but it looked pretty cool.
It looks pretty cool.
I have, to be honest with you, I've never seen anybody hook in Riptire.
You must have not played Overwatch, the main game, man. Diva bombs, Riptire's coming at you. That's a mainstay. I had flashbacks there for a little bit.
I haven't seen it hooked before. Just never happened. So I don't know why, but for some reason it was really funny to me.
Sacrificing himself. It's from that scene in Iron Giant, You Stay, I Go. Yeah. Oh, hang on. JPL's low, taking a bite. Divine Shield comes out. Putrid Bile coming in. Sportbilly's looking for the fight, but here comes Wubby digging on in. Going to look for a fight. Another hook connects, and luckily the bunker will come out, keep Sportbilly alive.
Sportbilly hit the bunker so fast it actually looked as if Stitches hooked the bunker instead of Blaze. So that was a really nice setup here. The drag, unfortunately, for Wubby missed here, so that could have been a kill for them. But we had some really nice plays there regardless. So first of all, the hook, of course, against Blaze, putting him into a lot of trouble. But even before that, that was really aggressive what we just saw. And also, we talked a bit about Steel Trap on level 4, the Gutter Trap Maul. He completed the quest by now, Nurok that is, on Junkrat. But now we also have Big Ass. So going for the extra radius and the damage. Really trying to be a nuisance when it comes to control. And you can, of course, set that up wherever. Around shrines, around mercenary camps. That's definitely one of the tools that Junkrat can now use to maybe also get more displacement in. But Dignitas still has that pretty significant lead in experience here by an entire level. And that matters, of course, even more so because they have already hit their level 13. So Dig still, thanks to the 2 kills on the Dragon Knight, quite in the lead.
Best part about this build, too, is that it makes it very hard for Dehaka to come in on the bush flanks.
Yeah.
If you drop down those traps, taking you more surface area around the bushes as well. So if he comes in, you're able to set up a trap for him and turn around and try and kill him quickly if you have the resources to do so. So fun little maneuver. Dignitas hitting 13. Team Liquid hanging out right behind, but shrines are activating once again for our teams. So for now, it's all about the Zeit camps. JPL lands another hook on Blaze.
Yeah, Sport Billy not really tempted to drop the bunker there. He knew that he could walk away from this one, but it's a bit of free damage that JPL could push onto him, so definitely worth it. The bot lane gets now pushed out, but with a quest completed and the level 7 in, this is actually one of those opportunities where Liquid can maybe play around improved shrine control. And they already get a camp on their own, pushing through the top. Dignitas has done the same move, so they're gonna more or less equalize themselves. Depends a bit on who clears first, but the Haka is the one sitting at the top lane. Nurok, yeah, moves away right away.
Bye.
I mean, that was an important one, with JPL already sitting there.
Yeah, he was ready to hook.
You needed to rush.
Nurok pokes here, but the shrine goes over to Dignitas in the south. Will be doing his best to fight on the top with Tyrio and Greymane floating around and a Night Camp in the way. He's going to need some help from his teammates. Will they rotate up to help him clear all this out? Actually, it's a bit scary.
Yeah, he definitely is. Sport Billy with a grilling kill, by the way, also completed on his 4, but still went into the fuel leak on level 13. So it's a lot about the oil spill here. There's the gank, actually. Stitches is coming in too, but we also have Blaze on the way. So Snitch, even though they were trying to set this gank up, is now on the way back. Zelia still on the mount, so he has an easy time retreating. But JPL... They get the Dragonite. They move in, they get the Dragonite. There's a quick punt that puts Sportbilly into an awkward position. Eternal needs to move out, and he does. The isolation has hit Hazovs on the other hand. He's attempting to move away. Sanctification comes out, and that definitely keeps him alive for now. But another quick punt against Junkrat this time. Blaze moving to the top, but we have still the camp pushing against Dignitas top 4, and that's where you see will be headed with the Haka, as the Dragonite is still doing some damage in the mid lane.
Yeah, this is a Dragonite where they should be able to grab a lead and experience if they can get afforded to. The 4 in the middle, already taking the damage, but the bottom one is what's going to be annoying as Genji's working on pushing that lane in. Same time, Wubby soaking the 3rd lane to the top side, so that 16 should be here right when Dignitas has that Dragon expire. Sportbilly just goes in for another fight.
Yeah, Tyrael also just moving back with a Druid's Might right after he got punted by the Dragonite. Helping hand coming out as JPL makes sure that everybody is safe and sound down here at the bot lane. But of course, Dignitas with another Dragon's Wrath can finally claim the fort in the middle of the map. They have level 16. We have seen only 2 kills so far. Liquid with 0 kills yet. Dignitas with only 2, but it's the 2nd Dragonite for them. So the rotations around the objective have allowed them to take that lead.
Surprisingly, only 2 kills. I feel like we've been actually pretty action-packed. A lot of hooks coming in, but that just goes to say how durable a Blaze is in terms of not falling victim to his opponents when he gets hooked in.
We have, by the way, not Law and Order taken. In this game now we're seeing a Holy Ground on 13. So after we've now seen a very heavy focus on Law and Order for the shields, it's a bit of a change here, trying to work around the displacement and maybe trap someone in those small corridors on Dragonshire. A nice push and siege setup by Dignitas down to the bottom here, but Liquid is very close to picking up their
own push, their own 16 on the top lane.
Yeah?
I got you.
I'm just like, wait. I missed my train of thought in the middle of the sentence. I'm just like,
words are hard, man.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm getting old or something. I'm getting senile here.
We should cast some gibberish one day. That'll be sick.
I thought we're doing that every weekend.
Oh, okay, pretty much. The self-flame coming in from Caldor.
So 16 versus 17 now. It's still a 1.5 level lead for Dignitas. I mean, this is the moment when you really want to make the play. And against Wubby, if they get the kill, that would be great. But Helping Hand does not connect. Instead, Hazovs gets getting hooked here. The Divine Shield, on the other hand, comes out. Putrid Bile also used. This might be the chance for Liquid to force a fight here. If they can get a few kills, that would be great. Riptire comes out, gets taken down. Poik even going for the timeout and can immediately cancel it again. But Liquid's problem is still that they don't find kills. And they haven't taken a fort yet either. They are 1.5 levels behind, roughly. Which means that Dignitas is now starting to completely home in on 20. So Liquid has a few more potential fights on level 16, but they have to make some plays now.
Yeah, this is a chance here for Team Liquid to make those plays, even on talent tiers. 16 to 17. They have that holy ground that you were mentioning. Can they find someone to section off and pick off quickly with that Riptire and Greymane combo? They even feint an aggressive push into the opponent's Night Camp, but Dignitas a little bit too quick for them, are able to grab that instead. They'll have that top lane pushing and the bottom lane pushing, as Dig has done a 2-pronged attack, one with the Night Camp and one with the Giants.
Yeah, Tyrael really homing in very, very heavily on Eldruin's Might here with the Holy Ground, the Horror Forging on 16. But now we have the Night Camp up to the top. Dignitas pressuring out the mid lane, having the pressure at the bottom of the map. Liquid is oh, nice hook here once again, and that is massive damage. Not even a chance to drop the bunker. An immediate kill against it, and not only that, they also just lost the sound barrier as Lucio was attempting to keep Blaze alive long enough to go into a bunker play, but that didn't work out, so now it's another cooldown burn. 4 and 5 on the map, and also another minute until we have sound barrier back on. Things are not going well for Liquid, like, not at all. It's another Dragonite, and an easy one at that. Pressure at the top lane, bot lane, a camp taken.
This is scary. 2 Night Cans on the top, a Dragon pushing in.
Yeah, and 20 just 1 level away. Again, Liquid doesn't have a lot of time. They need to make something happen with Blaze, but they don't have sound barrier.
Oh, Blaze is back, just now spawning. As you mentioned, a sound barrier for 30 seconds. Greymaine's clearing the top lane. Hook comes out, will be on Tyrael. He drops the Holy Ground right away to survive.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can force a fight here. They have to defend against the Dragon. I don't see a problem with them defending in the Dragonite. I see a problem with level 20 being reached by Team Dignitas shortly after. Because the camp at the top lane is still getting value, and they are now also heavily pressuring the bot lane here. Another quick punt. That shouldn't really be a big problem either. But they are diving behind the Dragonite and see if they can get a kill here. And Hazard has to move past the Dragonite and gets actually chunked down pretty hard.
JPL staying alive here. Uther keeping him up. There's still a Divine Shield too. Team Liquid still wanting to fight. You see the propulsion comes out, drops a bunker to stop out in the Chromie combo, but the Chromie combo still connects.
Yeah, and the hook does as well. So Sanctification is out, but they're using
Dragon
all
Blade.
the cooldowns, and here comes the Dragon Blade. Blaze is dead, and now we're going to see 20 any second. Snitch is trying to get Splendor, doesn't get him, but they drop Tyrael. They're all quite low.
Ooh,
but
combo hits also.
there's still enough kills for now, so yeah, they're trying to save the keep, but I just don't see how now that the 20 is in play.
There's no minion waves nearby. Finally, they're going to go and keep rotating out this damage. They have to be careful, though, because Nurok will be able to keep poking and keep them soft up. There we go. Finally, the keep will fall. Wubby attempting to escape. He will have Zelia to back him up, so he should be just fine. All said and done, 2 people fall, and a keep.
And it's a 2-level lead. Storm Talent's taken by Dignitas, a 2-level lead. 5 kills against 0. Liquid hasn't found a single kill yet in this game.
They'll need to find 1, or something soon.
The problem is that the fights are too awkward for them. They were trying to dive past the Dragonite, and Hazorbs is their main damage dealer when it comes to that direct damage. But by the time he was past the Dragonite, he was already on half HP, because Whoopi, who wasn't a Dragonite at the time, just simply homed in on him completely and chunked him down, Breath of Fire coming out. And at that moment, when he was finally past, Hazorbs was already saying, I have to go back out. And now there's another hook, and that might be it. Maybe trying to force the fight here, going for will be isolation hits once more on Greymane, and that's exactly the target they need. Blaze is dead again, and this is the end of Lucio, the end of Junkrat. Yes, a counter kill against Dehaka, but that's not worth anything if you lose your entire team. Tyrael is about to fall, might survive, but I don't think it's really going to matter at this point.
Snitch is about to have a Swift Strike. He's chasing here. There it goes. Sank to stay alive underneath the tower. Eldruin out again. Thernal trying to stay alive and juke it a little bit, buying as much time as possible. Wow, able to juke, pretty crazy. Team Dignitas falling out of their sneakers there.
Yeah.
But the core, that's the main target.
Eternal definitely buying a bit of time, and even surviving Poke's attempt to take him down with the Dragon's Eye here, but I don't think that he can save that core. There's absolutely no way. He's all alone. Everybody else is dead. And Team Liquid, they took a map of Dignitas. They definitely made Dig bleed, but now we're seeing the red team. Team Dignitas claiming the series with a 3-1 victory over Team Liquid.
Dignitas gets the win today, but something was proven today by Team Liquid. Gods can bleed. They get a loss here as Team Liquid was able to take a big match on Tuma as Spider Queen. But still, the gods prevail. A little bit too good so far when it comes to Europe and secure that win. Nice clean play there, especially on that last map on Dragon Shire. So Dignitas, congrats. Big win for them.
Yeah, well done. Just continuing the streak when it comes to series, but at least the map record was broken, so Liquid did a great job on Tomb, especially coming back into it. It's not that they dominated from the start and had a snowball game. They were behind, especially in structures, losing every fort, whereas Dig was able to hold on to every single one of theirs, and then they made the comeback happen, especially by sniping JPL or the Nubrak over and over again. So really well done by Liquid, but then Dignitas just turn it up again. And especially in the last game, it just felt that Liquid just never really got the team fight they wanted.
Yeah. Western Clash also will showcase Dignitas, a team that you'll be watching because they have secured a spot there with the last couple of games that have happened, and of course them being undefeated and getting the few wins, so good for them. So will Fnatic as well. And speaking about Fnatic, tomorrow Dignitas and Fnatic will be facing off, so that will be a fun series to tune in for, especially if it's at the level that we just saw between Team Liquid and Dignitas. So make sure your alarms are set and you are here for that. But for now, we'll go ahead and revel in the big victory that Dignitas was able to grab over Team Liquid. Another big powerhouse here in HGC Europe, and Dignitas cleans on through them here. I believe the only team that they have to face now that's a big name is Fnatic, right? That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
They're going up against Fnatic here, first of all, but they are doing extremely well. And again, it's always a pleasure to watch them. You either get a super intense series or you get a very clean game from Dignitas where you can just like learn so much. The way they use cooldowns alone is just great. The play around, I mean, it looks like a small thing, and when you see it, it makes sense, but dropping Putrid Bile as they hit 10 just to zone, and then immediately seeing Snitch jumping over and saying, okay, I got the Dragon Knight now, those tiny things, that's something you don't see in a game without coordination.
Sure.
So communication and coordination is everything in Heroes of the Storm, and plays like this on a high level are always just fun to watch.
Well, speaking of JPL and that Stitches, we've got a little bit of a small hook for you guys to watch. Patience is one of the important things that you can learn as a Stitches player. And here in the top lane, we had the 3-man gank. Eternal was doing everything he can to get away, but the instant snipe of the hook right before the minion wave comes in, just perfect play here from JPL. And it's one of the reasons why you see Dignitas excel so well in Stitches compositions, because he knows how to land them.
Yeah, at that moment with... I think the only thing that Eternal could have done here, and I feel even then he would have probably died, is just wait a bit longer.
Yeah.
I mean, you get ganked by 3.
By milliseconds.
Yeah, you get ganked by 3, and you're really in a position where you're like, okay, I need to get out right now because they drop me way too fast. And then once that he drops the Eldrunes, of course, as a Stitches player, you know, hey, what is he going to try and do? He's going to jump out.
Yeah.
And then it just coincides with the minion wave. If he would have waited one more second, he might still have died to the 3, but the hook would have hit one of the minions. But yeah, from JPL, it was perfect timing just to hit it. Say like, okay, no matter when you jump, if you jump before, this is the last moment that I can use the hook without hitting a minion. So he goes for it once he sees Eternal trying to go away. But I still have to say, Eternal played fantastic. He had so many moves where he just dodged 3 people when they were trying to gank up on him. So that was really well done too. So both sides, especially the offlaners, did a great job today.
Well, someone that's been doing well in every game he's been in is Snitch, and we have him here joining us here at the HGC. Dignitas gets a big victory. Congratulations, Snitch, to you and your team. How you doing, man?
I'm doing very well, actually. I felt a little bit shaky going to this week, actually, personally. I was a little bit unsure, but I felt like I played a good series, so I'm pretty happy with my own performance, and I'm really happy with how my team played. So I'm glad we're able to continue, you know, our good streak of series.
Not to sour the win here, but you guys did suffer your first loss here in HGC Europe on 2 minutes Better Queen in game number 2. Is that something that you look at in a positive manner? Is it nice to get that weight off your shoulders?
I mean, I don't think for any of us the goal was to go undefeated in the HGC. Like, that's never what we're looking at. Our goal is to be the best we could possibly be. So I don't think any of us, you know, the win streak never went to our heads or anything. Like, it wasn't a big deal that we lost. We just, you know, came back straight away, so let's just play the next game. Like, I think the game that we did lose, we definitely could have won. I think we played a really strong early game, but it was just like lapse in communication and some execution, and then they managed to get the better of us towards the mid-late game. But I think our early game and our macro play, even in the Tomb game, was very, very strong. So yeah, like I said, we just brushed it off, went next game. So no worries there for us.
Awesome. Thank you, Snitch. Over to Caldor.
Again, congratulations. You guys played great. My question is just about tomorrow. You're going up against Fnatic, and you already highlighted in the past that you feel you're going into the series as the favorite. Is there any worry that you're going to win it? How strong do you think Fnatic is right now?
I think Fnatic have 5 very strong players. I think their issue this season so far has just been team cohesion and being on the same page. Like, I mean, obviously, Quack has a legacy as a shot caller. Like, I've had a long history with Mene. We all know how good he is. You know, Benny's adapting to the role, you know, more and more each week. Yeah, like I said, I think the main issue is just team cohesion. So I think that's kind of our strength right now, definitely, is that I think we stick really well together as a team. And we have a really good way of playing the map and playing together in team fights. So I think that will be our advantage over them in the series.
Okay, just in general, when we're talking about your play and your hero pool tool, which is the hero that you currently enjoy the most playing?
I don't get to play Greymane as much now. It's kind of sad. I used to really like Greymane, but he's kind of slipping in and out of the meta, it feels a bit. So I don't know. I guess I actually enjoy Junkrat quite a lot right now. I think I'm actually really good at my map manipulation with Junkrat. I'm really good at using the W to manipulate waves around the whole map, and it's like a semi-global style, which I find really enjoyable. So I guess he's probably the most fun to play right now.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
Well, tomorrow you face off against Fnatic. Before I let you go, I want to hear some sass from you going towards Fnatic as you get ready to beat them, and then the floor is yours for shoutouts.
Fnatic, I love you. I would never sass you. You guys are amazing. We're going to have a great series tomorrow, and it's going to be full of love and joy. Shoutouts to my team. Shoutouts to Team Dignitas and our sponsors and all of our fans. I think this series qualified us for the Western Clash, so we're excited to represent Team Dignitas in Poland, and hopefully we'll get to meet a bunch of fans there. So yeah, thank you.